We're here at Arcaro Genell, the pizza capital of the world, with Mid Valley coach Dave Rebar here on the Mendola show. And Dave, you guys open up with a loss to Lackawanna Trail. We got Riverside next. So tell us about how your week went overall and what it was like after opening week loss.
Well, at first, we were pretty down a little bit about the loss. There's no doubt about it. But our seniors picked it up. They got stuff going, and we have a lot of leadership, a lot of tough kids, and things are looking pretty good for us going into the week.
Let's talk a little bit about the positives with your team. A couple guys defensively, some offensive stuff. What did you see in the film, and how'd you approach that this week?
Well, here's the positive thing. Our guys are pretty strong up front. They're low. They play low. They're very aggressive. What I like about our guys is they stick together. They play hard. They play together, and they got to know each other over the last 4 years. Defensively, we get after the ball a little bit, as you can see in the trail game. They got us with a couple screens, which was pretty evident. But we fixed that, and we're looking forward into the Riverside game.
When you see yourself through the course of the year this year, you're a team that could put up 30 points, or you're a team you think that could hold some teams down to maybe a touchdown or two and win some tight games?
Well, if you look at offensively, I think we can control the ball a little bit better than we did last year. We put on a 17-play drive last game. And then we scored. But Riverside, I'll tell you, is a very, very strong and powerful football team. They seem to, they've built it over the last 2 or 3 years watching them put their program together. They got some really nice kids. Sutil's a very good football player. Defensively, we're going to try and contain them and try and do the best we possibly can by not making any mistakes like we did last week.
We're going to be talking with 3 Spartans coming up here on the show. Tell us a little bit about each of these guys.
Zach Fiume, he's been with us since he was a freshman. There was no freshman team at the time, and we moved him up. And what I like about Zach Fiume, he's a very dedicated young man. He worked the off season. I don't think he did anything else but was practice and lift and run and condition and take care of his body. So he's going to be pretty strong at the fullback spot. Colin Munley has been very good for us. He has found a good way of and a fluent way of making the offense run fluently from left to right and handing the ball off and also booting and waggling out and finding the open receiver. So I think we're pretty strong there. The other guy we have is Dave Rebar. He stepped up to the tight end spot. He's about 210 pounds. He seems to be a very aggressive kid, and his hands are it's what's surprisingly, his hands have been very good lately. So we went with him as a staff to put him at tight end. So hopefully he can keep it locked down on the edge.
Let's move along to Zach Fiume, who's a senior. Well, Zach, we heard from Coach Rebar mentioning taking some of the positives out of week 1 into week 2 against Riverside. What were the positives you saw?
I saw we really played together as a team. Trail was a very good team. I know we came into practice this week really fired up and ready for week 2 and looking forward to Riverside.
Challenges that you saw on film with the Riverside Vikings?
Sometimes we took a couple plays off, which really hurt us in the end. They hit us with a couple big plays, but we really worked at that in practice, so we're excited for tomorrow.
What's it going to take for a team effort to beat the Vikings? Talk about what you think you need to do defensively to stop a couple guys, and then over on the offensive end.
Defensively, we really just have to play as a team. We have to attack the ball. We need 11 guys to ball in every play, and we need 100% from everybody every play. Offensively, we just got to do our assignments, stay on our blocks, and try to drive the ball down the field.
What did you take out of week 1 as far as a player on Mid Valley you thought stepped up and made some positive plays for you guys?
I thought Zach Rebar coming in as a freshman. I know I played varsity as a freshman. It's a tough thing to do. He was a little scared at first, but I thought he did well.
All right, let's move along to Colin Munley, also a senior here at Mid Valley. And Colin, we're here at Arcaro Genell, the pizza capital of the world. I know you're having a fun time here. Talk about getting out a little bit with your teammates and your coach and getting away from football when you can, because it's a pretty serious time, and sometimes you get a little caught up in it. It's good to kind of walk away and do some other stuff.
Yeah, it's always fun to come out with the guys, especially hang out with Coach Rebar, Zach, another Zach Rebar. They're both friends that I'm going to have for my life, and Coach Rebar's like a father figure to all of us, and he's a fantastic guy. I'd always have a great time being with him.
Colin, let's talk about this team this year. What are some positives that you like, whether it's in camp or what you take after week 1?
What I really like about our team is our enthusiasm at practice. We're always fired up and ready to go, and everybody's pushing each other to be better. A lot of senior leadership from everybody, like on our senior class. Everybody's pushing each other to get better every day in and day out.
Defense or offense, what were some highlights that you took as well out of the game against Lackawanna Trail?
I felt that our line had a very good push. Our line dug deep and they were pushing. They were doing everything they had to do. They knew all their assignments. They executed. Zach Fiume, our fullback, had a very good game. He ran hard. Zach Rebar, our freshman, he blocked well. He came out very nervous. I had to calm him down and be like, yo, boy, we've all been there before. You got to come in strong. You got to keep your head up. You got to know your assignments. You got to execute to the best of your ability.
Getting a win is so important because it could boost the confidence of the guys. And then there's also the part of you don't want to overemphasize a win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Coach kind of tries to keep it in perspective of, guys, let's improve, and hopefully a win is going to come our way when we earn it.
Mm-hmm. Coach Rebar always explains that if you take care of the little things, the big things take care of themselves. So we basically take it and we base ourselves off of that. And a win will boost our confidence a lot, and it'll go into the next following week.
All right, let's move along to freshman Zach Rebar here on the John Mendola Show at Arcaro Genell's, the pizza capital of the world. And Zach, for you, first of all, the senior said, listen, Zach was a little bit nervous. Talk about those nerves and what it's like to play varsity football. I'm sure not everybody gets that opportunity to play as a freshman. So for you, what was the experience like?
Yeah, I mean, like, having the experience is like very emotional and very stressful. You know, having to come in as a freshman, play freshman ball last year, going against some big kids. I mean, now, like, some pretty big kids from Valley View are going scrimmages against. It's stressful, you know, very stressful.
Do you give yourself the pressure? Talk about how your dad handles it, and I'm sure he talks to you in his own way. And sometimes it's not easy playing for your dad, who's a coach, or maybe your mom, who's a coach. There's definitely a different type of mindset, I guess, people have.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you're going up on the field, but I mean, he really doesn't pay attention. He just pays attention to numbers, and he coaches you as a number, basically, not as a person or who you are, really.
Talk a little bit about his expectations of the program, because he'll say the program is bigger than him, program is bigger than you or some of the other players. Talk about what it's like to be a Spartan in Mid Valley.
Most definitely. Program's at the highest peak right now. I mean, we have some seniors stepping up and everything. Feel very comfortable coming in. We should be good this year.
And then overall, talk about your contributions this year. More offensively, you're going to play defense. Talk about, playing tight end and getting in on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Yeah, I'm playing offense, like I said, starting tight end. I mean, it's like I said before, it's rough. Coming in, I have to go against some big kids. But I should be playing defense, like getting in their rotations. But yeah, I should be playing offense and defense.
Tell us a little bit about Riverside, what your expectations are.
Oh, Riverside's a big, strong, powerful team. I knew their linebacker for a real long time, and my dad and his dad grew up together. His uncle and my dad played Syracuse football together, and I mean, they're a powerful team. They're going to come at us. We got to stay strong, keep going at them.
Zach Rebar and the rest of the Mid Valley Spartans getting ready for the Riverside Vikings this weekend here at Arcaro Genell's on the John Mendola Show.